I, a 27-year-old woman, have been married to my husband, Mark, 30, for 5 years, and we share a 3-year-old daughter, Lily. Until recently, our home was a sanctuary of trust and mutual respect. Mark and I prioritize honesty and personal boundaries, always supporting each other. We were overjoyed when Mark's older brother, Ethan, 33, and his wife, Sarah, 32, relocated to our town with their 2-year-old son. The thought of Lily growing up alongside her cousin filled us with excitement. Mark and Ethan hadn't lived in the same city as adults, so their return seemed like a perfect opportunity to deepen family ties. I looked forward to bonding with Sarah, hoping we'd grow close. As for my in-laws, my relationship with them was generally cordial, though somewhat reserved. Mark's mother, Karen, was always polite, but I noticed she treated her sons differently. Ethan, her eldest, was clearly her favorite, seemingly incapable of wrongdoing in her eyes. Mark, however, was the dependable one, expected to go along with everything. Over time, I saw Karen excuse Ethan's behavior, like when he skipped helping at a family event, and she dismissed it as him being overwhelmed. If Mark ever challenged her, she'd call him stubborn. I stayed out of these dynamics, but the favoritism was obvious. Still, I believed having family nearby would outweigh these issues, especially for the kids. Ethan was always charismatic at family gatherings. Before he moved back, we only saw him and Sarah a few times a year during holidays. He was the fun brother, occasionally making crude remarks after a drink or two, but nothing too alarming. Mark would tell him to stop, and he'd usually comply. Until a few months ago, I had no real problems with Ethan. Things shifted when Ethan and Sarah settled in town. We started spending more time together, family dinners, weekend get-togethers, and helping them set up their new home. At first, it was wonderful. Sarah and I connected over parenting toddlers, and Mark loved having his brother nearby. But soon, Ethan's behavior started raising red flags. It began subtly. About 2 months ago, we hosted a welcome-back dinner for Ethan and Sarah. During the evening, I went upstairs to change after Lily spilled juice on my shirt. I didn't fully close the door, assuming only Mark or Lily might come in. As I was changing, I heard the door creak and saw Ethan standing there, staring at me. I gasped and covered myself. He quickly turned away, chuckling, claiming he was looking for the bathroom and had gotten lost. I was mortified. That night, I told Mark, who was furious and wanted to confront Ethan. I convinced him to let it slide, hoping it was a mistake. Mark reluctantly agreed, but told Ethan to knock in the future. Ethan just laughed it off. I tried to move past it, but the unease lingered. Unfortunately, it wasn't an isolated incident. A few weeks later, at Karen's house for a family lunch, I went upstairs to use the bathroom since the downstairs one was occupied. As I stepped out, I nearly bumped into Ethan, who was lingering in the hallway. It startled me, as everyone else was downstairs or outside. He grinned and said the bathroom was all mine now. It felt like he'd followed me up there. I didn't confront him, but the encounter left me uneasy. Why was he upstairs at all? Another time, Ethan stopped by our house unannounced in the late afternoon, saying he wanted to see Mark, who wasn't home yet. I was alone with Lily. Not wanting to be rude, I let him in to wait. We were chatting in the— I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.